Okay, today I want to talk about different ways of structuring training, and this kind of goes into the same stuff we're progressing through as we're talking about general principles of training, how to set up a training year and things like that, but thinking in terms of your general training methods. And lots of times people will go, I'm going to the gym to train, when really they're going to the gym to exercise or to try to make their muscles tired or to try to come out feeling fatigued. And there was a really great classification of this that I read about a few years ago, and I really like it. And the general idea is classifying your training into 3 general methods. And they're not to say that one is better than the other, but regulated exercise, competitive methods, or game methods, okay? And so let's think about it in terms of climbing training. When we're doing regulated exercise, this is the main kind of training for high-level athletes. It's really carefully programmed. We're going to overload this athlete to this degree, we're going to let him recover to this degree, and then we're going to increase the overload next time. It's easy to program, it's easy to progress, and it's easy to measure. And this is really important when it comes to athlete motivation, when it comes to assuring that your athlete is moving forward, and when it comes to assuring that your own training program is progressing. This will include strength training, and strength training is the obvious thing. Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to pick up this barbell with 100 pounds on it. Next week, I'm going to pick it up with 105 pounds on it. Then I'm going to go more and more and more. And so it's very easy to regulate. This includes intervals, and it also includes repeated skill sets. I'm going to do this boulder problem 5 times today. I'm going to assess how I did on it. Next time, I'm going to do the boulder problem again, see if my performance has improved, or if I'm able to do it with less fatigue, that sort of thing. Okay, then we have competitive methods. Competitive methods would be things to get people ready for competition or for performance. And that would be using the external motivation of your teammates or competitors. It can be in practices or events. And it can be unregulated, and this is kind of a problem. The unregulated loads and volumes. Think about, I'm going to go to the local bouldering comp. We're going to boulder for 3 hours with a bunch of friends, and I'm going to use that to help move myself forward. Well, very often we'll try harder than maybe we should in that particular part of our training cycle. We might try a problem beyond a reasonable point of injury risk, that sort of thing. And so it can be a little bit risky in that regard. But it's the only method with full modeling of performance. You try harder in competition, and you try harder in performance environments, like on-siting at a gym that you don't normally go to, things like that. And so competitive method can be really useful. We don't want to overuse this. Okay, and then game methods. This creates motivation and fun in what would otherwise be a boring task. Really classic example of gaming is, and to some degree competitive, but is CrossFit. You know, we turn it into, I'm going to try to do this many rounds, or I'm going to try to beat my friend. And those kinds of things make, what would be just a boring weight training workout of 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10 into something that's somewhat entertaining. It's hard to regulate your volume and intensity in these game things, but they're really, really good, especially for youth athletes and for novices. If we're looking at a general formula for using all of these, probably most of what you want to do is regulated exercise. We all know that as athletes. A little teeny bit of competitive method, especially useful for people that don't like that sort of thing. And then the game method should also be in there. Some of you will be, I'm only a regulated exercise person. Some people are like, I hate this regulated exercise. I only want to be over on this side. But coming up with a mixture of these different types or different general training methods is going to be probably the best way to balance all of your training and keep yourself moving forward. Because if we lean too far toward one or the other of them, we end up getting kind of pigeonholed, and we don't see as much progress as we maybe could.